up people, this is Mr. Kurula and today we are reviewing a sleek and streamlined, not me, but the Honda CB650R. Since it's a sleek and streamlined motorcycle, I thought it's best to bring in our most aerodynamic rider, Stephen Neal.
Me and aerodynamic, well, I'm not so sure. However, I'm surely more aerodynamic than Mr. Kuruvilla. This, however, is definitely more streamlined. Motorcycles in the 650 or the midweight segment have seen a steady increase in demand, and the demand doesn't seem to slow down anytime soon. We are now being slowly spoiled for choice because of the various options coming into this segment, and Honda itself has two motorcycles in this segment. This is one of them. Hello and welcome to Drive Spark. I'm Stephen Neal and this is the Honda CB650R. What is this motorcycle like to ride? It is one of the most expensive 650cc motorcycles in the country. So well, is it worth the money? Is it worth the rupees 8.67 lakh that you will be spending on it? Let's find out. Let's get straight to the heart of the matter because this is a masterpiece. It's a 648.7cc inline 4-cylinder engine, and in typical Honda fashion, it's really smooth. However, I'm pretty sure your eyes would have already gone to those headers because they are beautiful to look at. Also, they sound beautiful. We'll show you that in just a bit. In terms of output, it produces 86 bhp at 12,000 rpm. That's right, it loves to screech, it loves to redline, and then it produces 57.5 Nm at 8,500 rpm. So as you can judge, it's got the power and torque output both at pretty high revs, so that should make for a thrilling riding experience. It drives the rear wheel via a 6-speed gearbox, shifts really slick, and also it gets a slip and assist clutch. You also get traction control. That's pretty much it when it comes to the engine. However, there's more to it than meets the eye. Let's talk mechanicals, starting with the brakes. Up front you've got dual 310mm discs, and at the rear you've got a single 240mm disc, all from Nissan. Braking is brilliant on this motorcycle. We'll get to that when we're riding it. Now let's talk suspensions. So up front you've got separate function forks which are pretty advanced. So you've got damping handled by the left fork, and the right fork handles rebound and compression. At the rear you've got a monoshock that is adjustable for preload, also from Showa. So it's a pretty simple motorcycle when it comes to the mechanicals. There's not much to talk about. It's not a lengthy list of features when it comes to mechanicals. However, when it comes to riding, it's a different thing altogether. A lot has been said about the sound of this motorcycle, and let me give you a quick hear before we head out to ride it. At idle, you can see it's a low, bassy, grunty rev. So it's eager, it seems anxious to rev. So what's it like when you rev it? Quickly turns into a screech, quickly turns into some angry notes. Let's go ride it. So you're on the saddle of the Honda CB650R, and immediately one thing is apparent: this motorcycle is dedicated to go fast. Of course, it's not the dedicated riding position of a super sport motorcycle. It's more relaxed compared to a super sport. However, you still sit in an aggressive position. You still feel that the handlebar is up front and the foot pegs are slightly rear set. So you do get that sporty riding position. Now this is a naked motorcycle, and this motorcycle is made to go fast. So when you're at high speeds on this motorcycle, wind blast is an issue, and that would be with every other naked motorcycle. So that is something we will not complain about. Now coming to the ride comfort, this suspension is set up to be a little more rigid for more handling. So when you chuck it into a corner, this motorcycle holds its line very well. In fact, it's very forgiving too. If you do not pick the right line, you can course correct it between corners. However, it's more than just riding in corners. So when you're out riding the motorcycle on the streets, this motorcycle handles itself pretty well too. So this motorcycle is comfortable. It's not as comfortable as you'd want it to be. However, it's not something that we would really complain about. Now this motorcycle gets a slip and assist clutch. So the clutch is not as hard or as tight as some of the other motorcycles in the segment. It is pretty easy to go in stop and go traffic. Now let's get to the engine. So this engine is one of the most tractable engines we have seen in a long time. Even though it's a 4-cylinder engine, even though it's a high revving engine, it doesn't feel out of breath at low RPMs. It's pretty torquey at low RPMs, and the gearing is not almost perfect, it is perfect. So the gearing is spot on. You can do 10 km/h with the clutch engaged in first gear and no throttle input. and you can immediately shift into second gear and it will not struggle, it will not stutter, it will not stall. In fact, you can pull from 10 kilometers per hour all the way to 140 kilometers per hour in just second gear. That is how good this gearbox is. That is how brilliantly Honda has matched this gearbox to this engine, and as a result you get a brilliant riding experience whether you're in the city or out on the highway. You can do cruising speeds easily in 6th gear. You can do 40 kilometers per hour also easily in 6th gear. It will not struggle. That is how brilliant this engine is. To be honest, this is one of the most beautiful engines we have ridden. Speaking of beautiful, let's get to the sound, because that is the best bit about this bike. If you're looking at buying this motorcycle, that sound alone makes it worth it. So at idle it seems a little too quiet. We've even heard a lot of people saying that this motorcycle is a little too quiet, it should have been more throatier, except that these people don't seem to have heard this motorcycle at full chat. It is only from 1000 rpm to 4000 rpm that you feel this motorcycle is quiet. At 4000 rpm the intake roar kicks in, and post 8000 rpm the screech from the exhaust kicks in along with the intake growl, and that makes for quite a heady experience, especially at high rpms. Now this motorcycle puts its power down at high rpms. The peak torque comes in at 8500 rpm and the peak power comes in at 12000 rpm. Red line is at 13,000 rpm. As you can guess, this motorcycle is the happiest at those speeds. So keep it above 8000 rpm, this motorcycle will keep you entertained for life. Now that we have spoken about power output and speed, it's also time to talk about scrubbing off that speed or braking power, and this motorcycle has loads of that as well. As I've already mentioned, it's got 310mm discs up front, you've got 2 discs up front, and at the rear you've got a 240mm disc. Dual channel ABS is standard, so this motorcycle has pretty good stopping power. The brake has good bite, good progression, it scrubs off speed pretty quick. This is what Honda calls Neo Sports Cafe. What it simply means is that it's got the neo retro design language and it looks pretty beautiful, to be honest. It looks really nice. Up front you've got a circular LED headlamp. It's a full LED setup, so you've got the LED DRL in the shape of a ring. Also you've got the low beam and high beam both in LEDs. So it's a pretty slim headlamp unit, as you can see. Also, the other thing that really grabs your eye is the gold finished front fork. The separate function forks that we were talking about earlier, well, they're finished in gold. They give a really good contrast to the overall color of the motorcycle. Speaking of color, this is Candy Chromosphere Red. There is one other color which is available, that is matte gunpowder black. Well, that looks attractive too. However, here we see more colors at play, more elements at play. Especially you see these tank extensions at the front. You have an air intake grille. Those are not fake air intake grills, they are actually functional. You have ducts that come out into these tank extensions and you have air being sucked into the air filter element. So that is pretty cool as well. Though it looks properly in sync with the overall motorcycle when viewed from the outside, when viewed from the rider's perspective, it does tend to stick out a bit when compared to the chiseled fuel tank. So this fuel tank is pretty large. Fuel tank capacity is over 15 liters and it's chiseled, it looks muscular, it looks bulky, so it looks really nice. The front end of the motorcycle is characterized by these design traits. However, it's incomplete without mentioning those exhaust pipes, those bent pipes, those headers. They are beautiful. The symmetric design lines, the curves seen on them, they really define this motorcycle. Also, the engine block finished in the shade of bronze makes the motorcycle look really nice. It's a lot of colors at play here and it all syncs together perfectly. At the rear though is a pretty simple design, which is bit contrasting to the design up front, because the front is full of design, full of character. At the rear it's a pretty simple affair. You got an LED tail lamp, LED indicators and a pretty simple overall rear end. So that pretty much sums up the design characteristics of the Honda CB650R. The Honda CB650R is one of the most underrated motorcycles in the Indian market. Yeah, you don't get features like Bluetooth, you don't get any smart features, you don't get a lengthy list of features or rider aids. In fact, in rider aids you only get traction control and ABS. That's pretty much it. So it gives you a more raw feel while riding, it gives you a more direct riding feel, and that is why enthusiasts like us like this motorcycle. Now, at the beginning of the review, I had asked a question, should you buy this motorcycle? Well, it's more of a heart over mind matter, because the mind will tell you there are more motorcycles that are cheaper and also have more features, more power, etc. With this one though, it's all about the heart. The heart will tell you that this motorcycle is brilliant, and once you ride it, once you experience it, once you hear the engine howl, and once you experience the tractability of this engine, I think you'll fall in love with this motorcycle too. This is Stephen Neal signing off for DriveSpark. Thank you for watching. Do stay tuned, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and well, we'll see you in the next video.
Yo!